and welcome to the EE Cup Series Season 8. We're at a brand new racetrack here for race number 3. We're at a figure 8 for Season 8. And this new configuration here is sure to present some brand new challenges for our drivers this afternoon. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. On the pole for today's race is Brad Keselowski, and alongside him is race 1 winner Jimmie Johnson. Then in row 2 we have Kevin Harvick and Kyle Larson. Row 3 belongs to Martin Truex Jr. and Clint Bowyer. In row 4 we have teammates Kyle Busch and Daniel Suarez. Rounding out the top 10 is Ryan Blaney and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Then in row 6 we have AJ Allmendinger and Kasey Kahne, along with Matt Kenseth in the 20 and Kurt Busch in the 41. Then we have Ryan Newman in the 31 and Jamie McMurray in the 1 car, along with Danica Patrick and Joey Logano, our race 2 winner. Then we have Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 and Denny Hamlin in the 11, along with Eric Jones and Chase Elliott. Then we have Trevor Bayne in the 6 and Ty Dillon in the 13, along with Paul Menard in the 27 and Eric Almirola in the 43. And rounding out the field today is the 3 of Austin Dillon. And now there is your 27 car field. It is a 10-lap race around this figure 8 track. That's right, it is a figure 8 track. Brand new to these drivers. Should be interesting to see how it works out. Green flag is in the air now for Keselowski. We are underway. And you see Keselowski leads the field up over the bridge overlooking part of the racetrack and around the farther turns. 2 and 3 wide battles now for third on back. That's Clint Bowyer and Kyle Larson. Jimmie Johnson now, we're going to give Keselowski a nudge heading into turn 1. He will take over the lead here on lap number 2. Keselowski's going to try and look inside. Ooh, he's going to slide up the racetrack here. It's going to open the door for Clint Bowyer to sneak into second. Bowyer looking for a strong run today. Lap 3 is now underway as Clint Bowyer trying to reel in Jimmie Johnson. They head up over the bridge once again. Bowyer looking at the inside. He spins the tires, gets into Johnson. That opens the door for Brad Keselowski. He gets poked out of the way. And now Kevin Harvick's going to slip through to take the lead here on lap number 4. A lot of close quarters contact as now big contact is made midway through the pack. Big crash here heading into turn 1 involving several drivers. Ricky Stenhouse is involved, Kasey Kahne, Kurt Busch, and Jamie McMurray. All these drivers running mid-pack. Let's see what happened. Heading into turn 1, it looked like AJ Allmendinger kind of tried to dive inside of Stenhouse very late, and Stenhouse was not anticipating that move. And yeah, it was just a case of the driver not knowing another driver was there and getting turned off his front bumper, and the rest of those drivers all innocent bystanders and all that. But that is a tough break for the 4 of them. We're 4 drivers less now for this next restart here on lap number 6. We're halfway through this race. Green flag is back in the air. A couple Stewart-Haas racing cars on the front row of this restart. Harvick's going to be able to easily slip by for the lead. Battle for second now. Bowyer going to try and hold off Keselowski. Johnson looking inside of Brad for that 3rd spot as they'll head down. 4 laps to go here at the figure 8 circuit. Still a couple Stewart-Haas racing Fords leading this field. You see Harvick Bowyer's going to get right to his bumper now. It looks like Bowyer's going to get to the inside of his teammate as they head through that final turn down the lower straightaway here. Harvick still able to hold off that 14. Now he gets spun. Cars crashing behind him. Jimmie Johnson, Kyle Busch, and Brad Keselowski made contact in the outside wall, and we are back under the yellow flag here on lap number 8 for 4 of the top contenders from today's race, all running inside the top 5. As let's take a look at the replay here. It looked like Bowyer, he got run up the racetrack a little bit, tried to come back down. Keselowski was there, and then nowhere for the 48, the 2, the 18. They all just piled in on top of each other. You saw Truex, Kyle Larson slip through it. But 4 major contenders, all of them running in the top 5, are taken out here on a late race wreck. Quite the turn of events. Harvick will hold on to the lead here on this restart with 2 laps to go. We got a couple new faces up there. Truex, Larson, Ryan Blaney now up there in the first 2 rows. Green flag is back in the air here with 2 laps to go. Harvick leads, but Truex hanging right with him on the outside lane. Larson right there with him. Oh, some new faces at the front of the field. Larson overdrives the corner, gets into a couple of them. 2 and 3 wide for the lead. Ryan Blaney going to take advantage as we come and take the white flag. Can Larson get underneath Blaney? Looks like he will. Truex is back at it at the bottom. Truex into second. He's looking for the lead under Larson. They head down the bridge once again. Truex to the inside of Larson. He puts him in the wall. Both drivers hit the wall. Blaney looking for the lead. He's not going to get it. Martin Truex Jr. holds on to win here at the figure 8 circuit. In a wild final half lap or so, it all started about coming to the white flag when we saw Larson make contact with Truex and Kevin Harvick, but Martin Truex Jr. was able to come back from all that contact and win his first race of this season. Congratulations to all of Truex's sponsor. Truex, been a while since he's been in the Cup Series and the DECS Cup Series, and he is able to get a win this year. Ryan Blaney finishes second. Kevin Harvick led a lot of laps there, managed to escape that big wreck late in the race. He finishes third. Kyle Larson able to take advantage of others' misfortune. He finishes fourth. And Daniel Suarez comes out of nowhere. Quiet day. He finishes fifth to round out your top five. Let's take a look at the full results. Martin Truex Jr. wins the race, like I said. Big day in the points for him. AJ Allmendinger with a strong 6th place showing. Newman, Kenseth, Danica, and Denny Hamlin all round out the top 10. Strong efforts for all those drivers. You see the rest of the field there. Out the rest of your top 20. Strong day for all those drivers I mentioned. And then you look here in the back, all these drivers were among those involved in those 2 major wrecks. 2 big wrecks today, each taking out 4 strong cars. Tough break for a lot of those guys. It's going to hurt them in the points. Speaking of points, let's look at your points. Like I said, Martin Truex Jr. going to take a pretty big lead here, but remember, the top 4 in points will make it to the championship race. Joey Logano owns the tiebreaker with his win in race 2, and you can see behind, after Truex, the rest of the standings, they're all very tight. A lot of ties, a lot of 1 or 2 points differential separating drivers. It's going to be anyone's race, so to speak, until we get to race number 9. So should be an interesting finish to this season. We're still only 3 races in, plenty of time to go, plenty of chances for people to move up or move back. Should be interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, Out of the Groove, new episodes every Thursday. Please subscribe to watch that stuff. You can also check out my Patreon, my Twitter, Snapchat, all that stuff is right in front of your faces. Thanks for checking all that out, guys. Thank you, as always, for watching the Double E Cup Series. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.